Hello there, I am a shrimp or a Shrimpchu. I'm building some mudrooms, a variety of little mudrooms in a few different colors, in a couple of different room shapes. Some simpler than others, some slightly more fancy, snazzy, just in a longer hallway than others. Pretty much all entirely just using the brand new Grange Mudroom kit by Peacemaker. There's a tiny little bit, there's one item of the everyday clutter kit in the green. Yeah, spoilers in the green one, just because it really looked nice. Because I do think this would go very well with a lot of the everyday clutter stuff. There's a little bit then where I go like, yeah, this item, this item. I don't include them. There's only the one in the green one. Everything else, it's the mudroom kit and a base game light. That's all. Because you know what? Sometimes it's nice to just build the standalone room and not think too much about how it fits aesthetically with the whole house or anything. These are just some nice little options in neutral and less neutral colors. I am excited to, add these on to houses though. It'll be nice little, cause yeah, the stuff we have from like the laundry pack and like seasons. It's nice, little coat hanging. But this really will make an entrance way. Which is automatically fancy by my standards because I'm like, oh, you need some coat stand. I don't have a coat stand. I have over the door hooks. But I grew up and there was a coat stand and then a little umbrella stand and then there was like a tiny, like not like tiny, not tiny living tiny. Like just a end table squeezed in the little gap that remained. That I think once upon a time had the likes of the yellow pages, and I don't know, was there possibly a phone there at a point? But that's going way too back in my memory. Anyway, these entrance rooms are a teeny tiny bit bigger. Teeny tiny bit bigger. I've done four of them. A couple in more neutral colors, some in less neutral, richer colors, shall we say. I would like, and I'm not complaining about the amount of color swatches, but I'd love to have like some in like funky patterns. Like I want house designing super over the top, well, not super over the top edition. I'm not even like I appreciate people that go all out on like funky house designs, but I'm not personally one of those people, mostly because effort. I'm like, if I can just hang a nice couple of pictures and a couple of fun trinkets, I'll be, well, maybe more than a couple of fun trinkets. Like when people say people who grew up in like the 90s and early 2000s, not necessarily, but that like era of like millennials have a tendency to be very more minimal because they grew up in the houses with all the trinkets and the clutter. I'm somewhere in between. Do I want less trinkets and random things? Yes. But do I want a nice aesthetic little collection of things that represent things I love? Yeah. So am I going to have some nice shelves that I'm probably going to complain about dusting? Eventually. I don't know. What do I have to say? They're mudrooms. They're nice. I definitely have a thing for putting the hooks underneath the cupboards in a nice little, whether it be the bench or the like side table, hallway table, sideboard, long cabinet either side. I think that's gonna be my nice default go-to. Okay, this I gave up on. I'm sure I could make something work in this room shape, but today wasn't the day. So we scratch that. I make a nice, vaguely L-shaped with a slight inbuilt vibe going on. Once I accept that I gave up. Also, I like how they slot. If you put them back, the little doors would look like they're just very slightly built in. So I like that option for like, say you have a small entranceway and you still want to make it feel like your sim has some built-in storage. I like that detail a lot. But yeah, so this is more, slight L shape. plenty of room. I do make it smaller because I realized there wasn't anything wrong with it, but it just felt a little too big for what there was in it. And I was like, well, why would they have this vaguely built-in bit if they had all of this space? And I mean, the answer is because they have an awkward... Well, that's not an awkward alcove. They have an alcove. I have an awkward alcove, and I'm trying to find a bookcase or something just narrow enough to go into it that is, you know, the right amount of shelves, but not too tall. Anyway, cut to whatever video. I end up being like, I'm just gonna build my dream home in The Sims and pretend. You guys ever do that? Do you just like build like your dream home, or do you just stick with like what would these Sims that I have in mind want? Obviously I cater to the Sims a bit more, but I'm like, I should probably do some more fun things for me. So yeah, this is the most colorful. You know, we're doing a combo. We're doing a blue-yellow combo. I imagine it would look nice leading into a kitchen that has like the dine out, like breakfast art on the wall. I don't know, but that's just me getting carried away with, oh, it's yellow, so obviously we should go with sunny and yellow vibes. And yeah, everyday glitter stuff, you know, like the little coin thing, the notes. If you had like a sim that's, you know, really into fitness, they could have the like gym set up right at the on the door, not on the doors, but you know, like right on the storage by the doors, okay? And here's a beautiful little set of screenshots to be like, yes, remember the things I built, and remember some of them were more color themed, cohesively color themed than others. Quite nice. Like I said, you know, quite nice. You could do a very nice neutral. You could tie in with anything. There's like the pinks, the greens, the blues. I feel like it's a solid little set of color options. Ramble, blah, blah, blah. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. If you are interested in these, they are all uploaded as individual rooms on the gallery. My ID is Shrimpchu. And otherwise, I will see you next time. Have a wonderful weekend / new week. Yay!